Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, May 2nd, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. A very freak accident yesterday afternoon at about 3:50 p.m. at Patuxent River Road and Darcy Lane in Davidsonville. Michael Anthony Morales of Harwood was operating his BMW motorcycle on Patuxent River Road, while Loneville Timberworks, a tree removal service, was removing trees in a wooded area just off the northbound side of the road. A tree that they were removing fell in the opposite direction intended and struck Morales on his motorcycle. He was declared dead at the scene and was transported to the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner in Baltimore for an autopsy. The primary cause of the crash is the tree falling into the travel portion of the roadway. Speed or alcohol does not appear to have been any kind of a contributing factor. Anne Arundel County Executive Steve Schuh presented his budget to the County Council and the public yesterday afternoon. It is a $1.5 billion budget focusing on 3 things: education, public safety, and roads and congestion. On the education wing, they're looking for 2-step raises for teachers, which are long overdue. They're going to be hiring 80 more teachers there, looking to reduce class sizes as well. Predictably, the teachers' union's not happy about that. For public safety, he's looking to give 15% raises to police officers over a 2-year period, hire 20 new police officers, as well as 10 more school resource officers. In terms of roads and congestion, he's looking to invest $30 million, and he's really looking at the choke points: Catherine Avenue in Medina, Brockbridge Road near 198 at Fort Meade, Lock Haven Boulevard in Mayo, and also Mountain Road in Medina. The council will deliberate, they'll modify, they'll tweak, and they do have to pass the budget by June 15th. If you want to take a look at the details of the budget, you can do so at aacounty.org. The Annapolis Police Department is looking for 2 suspects involved in 2 armed robberies on 2 separate HACA properties. Both occurred on Monday within 2 hours of one another. The first one was at 2:30 p.m. in the 1100 block of Madison Street. The 2 male victims were working inside one of the apartments when 2 more suspects entered the apartment. One of them pulled a gun and demanded his money. The 2 workers gave them the money, and the suspects fled the scene. They were not located. Less than 2 hours later, at 4:11 p.m. in the 700 block of Newtown Drive, a cab driver was dropping off 2 fares. One pulled a gun and demanded his money. The cab driver put the car into drive and started to get away. The suspects escaped the car. They did fire 1 shot into the car, and the cab driver notified the police. The police did not release any type of description on the suspects, and they are not saying whether they are related, but it does sound very similar to me. Anne Arundel County is dealing with the same thing. They had a string of robberies on April 27th, 28th, and 29th, and the suspect in all 3 of them is described as a white male, approximately 5'10", 150 pounds. In one, he was wearing light-colored clothing. Another one, he was wearing a dark sweatshirt and blue jeans, and another, he was wearing a plaid shirt and blue jeans. The first one was a Subway in Severna Park, which was robbed at 11:55 a.m. on April 28th. The second was a 7-Eleven, also in Severna Park, that was robbed at 11:22 p.m., and the third one was also a Subway in Pasadena, robbed at 7:20 p.m. So there was no crazy hours or anything like that. And Anne Arundel County police are looking for a white male, approximately 5'10", 150 pounds. Over across the county line in Prince George's County School Superintendent Kevin Maxwell, the former superintendent of schools for Anne Arundel County, is stepping down as the chief executive officer of the Prince George's County Public School Systems. And that's about all we need to say on that one. The O'Callahan Hotel closed last fall, and presto, just like that, it's turned into a Hilton Garden Inn. It is now open after a big renovation. They do have to finish up some more stuff over the next few weeks, but they have 121 rooms ready for guests. Does include some suites. It includes a new restaurant called Kitchen, which is the same name of a restaurant that was formerly in the location where Baroque is at the Lowe's. Plus, they will have their Pantry Garden Market, which is a 24/7 operation in their lobby. I think I've got a new place in town that I should go check out. That's about it for the news. Hang tight. We've got George Young with DMV Weather coming right up. And we also have, of course, Sean ONeal from RBC Wealth Management.
I'm Sean ONeal, your local RBC Wealth Management advisor. When you choose to work with me, you'll have access to a worldwide network of financial products and services only available from a leading global institution. RBC's international reputation for physical strength and stability, world-class capabilities, and corporate values is unique in the financial services industry. I also recognize the importance of reinvesting in the communities in which we live and work, and I'm committed to serving my clients by building long-term relationships based on trust, integrity, and confidence. I look forward to helping you with your wealth management needs. Call me, Sean ONeal, today at 410-573-6723 for a complimentary consultation.
RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC. Member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, May 2nd. Most years when you hear sunny and 80s again today, you get a little bored with hearing the same old, but after this past March and April, the sound of sunny and 80s again today is like being told you've just won the Mega Millions, yet again. So enjoy it out there again today as temps hit the weather jackpot of 80 to 85 in Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County, with more on tap for tomorrow and Friday as well. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Get your free app by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, and enjoy this ongoing stretch of nice weather. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Hey, it's May, and it's Maryland Podcast Month. No, Hallmark didn't invent this puppy, so there's no need to get a card, but do yourself a favor and give a listen to some of the other Maryland-based podcasts. Our right-wing friends, hey, they called us liberals first, at Red Maryland have put together a website called MarylandPodcastMonth.com, and it lists all of the podcasts that are participating this month. Throughout the month of May, many of us will be showing up on other Maryland podcasts as guests, and we'll have all sorts of antics throughout the month. Among the participants are Red Maryland and Eye on Annapolis, of course, and then others to cover every topic you can possibly think of. Podcasts such as Quality Time, The Maryland Crabs, A History of Maryland, The Conduit Street Podcast, Laugh Finder, The Extra Point Show, Society Fringe Players, The Mark and Lowell Show, The Engine Mom Podcast, and quite a few more. So go to MarylandPodcastMonth.com, check it out, get familiar with a new podcast near you, and of course, please let all your friends and associates know as well. And we will see you all May during Maryland Podcast Month.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.